So the wife has a new toy, and it's a big black Gladiator, slightly longer than normal. Told you, didn't I? And I bet none of you believed me. So, like mine, she's gone for the black one. Funnily enough, when I got mine, I asked her, what colour would you prefer? Which one do you think's the nicest? She said the red one. I preferred the black one. But she don't want to swap, even though mine's upgraded, because she prefers the black one. And it is in fact a black Gladiator, but not what you're all thinking, I'm afraid. This is the black edition, same as my red edition. Basically everything's the same as what's in my other video. So you can check that out if you want a little bit more detail. Or you can just go online and it'll tell you everything you need to know. All this bump and everything else. So let's get it out and have a look-see and see what we got planned for this one. I don't think this is what you ordered. Hello, little fella. So this is the black edition. But I've not seen one like this before. They're definitely unusual. Got all-wheel drive. Anyway, that's pretty much the same as what mine were, but mine were in red. So everything in the box is the same. Now, on the box, as you've noticed, they do come with these silver wheels. Now, she got this for Christmas, so this ain't an unboxing or anything like that. It's not new. She's been out, she's been playing with it down the canal on walks and stuff like that. But we live in a wet country, so these plastic vented wheels are no good for us. We've got lots of puddles, lots of water, and they just fill up. So the first thing we went and did, we got some Proline Super Swamper tyres and some RC 4-wheel drive stamped beadlock wheels, as you can see here. Well, they're not beadlock, sorry, they're just the 1.9 stamped wheels. So we've removed the stock tyres, as I've done with my SCX 10.3 kit. I'm not running these wheels, nor am I running these wheels on my Gladiator. However, I will keep the tyres because they do feel to be a nice compound tyre, which will get utilised on some vehicle at some point. I always like changes of wheels and tyres for different conditions wherever I go. I don't know, the rock might be different to the rock that is around here and things, so it's nice just to mix it up on that. I have a tray here. We've already been collecting a few like basic accessories and bits and bobs for the Gladiator, just to like get it going. But so far, bone stock out of the box, you can't argue with them. I ran mine for ages and I absolutely loved it before I started modifying it, and I kind of wish I had this and just keep it simple without all the goodies and everything else on it, because I don't like, as a simple truck, when I had the rack removed off mine and it was just a plain stock truck with no rack, the thing is just a very, very good performing truck. So the rack is something that I am going to be doing on this. We're going to remove the rack on this. The wheels we've already done, and there's some bits and bats in here which I'll go through with you. Now luckily we're having a few of these. We've got a couple of Gladiators and the 10.3s. So spares, because we've upgraded the Gladiator and my 10.3 kit, there's virtually nothing stock on that anyway. So we have endless spares for this. So some bits and bobs which we've already got for the wife's Gladiator. I had one of these kits spare for my normal 10.3, and I also bought one for my Gladiator and just used the rear. Obviously because the side window profilings are different, but they look good on the rear and shit like that, so I ain't planning on putting them onto my 10.3 kit. So there's a rear window mesh, just a little imitation aerial. We've got a little fuel can there. Fire extinguisher. I will exchange that for a red one. I have a red one in my Turtle Jeep, so I'll swap that for green. because it'll fit the theme a little bit more better. Now there's an extra light bar there, but I don't think she'll be running that one now. Like a skid protector guard and your diff pumpkin cover guards, and they all had that extra little bit of weight down low. I run them on mine. I run them on virtually everything, and they're great. They protect stuff and put the weight exactly where you need it. Pair of brass diff covers. Again, it's putting the weight low down, bang centre in the middle of the truck, at the front and the rear. So they're always a nice upgrade. Cheap as well, nothing special. I'm going to swap out the cowboy hat for the baseball cap. It's got to be done. And again, like on my Gladiator, here we have a light bar and the brackets, which will then go along at the top of the windshield. All this you'll see, I'm not going to do it all up on camera and stuff, all these little bits and bats. I've done it in endless videos before, so I am just going to do a lot of this off camera and then come back and show you how it's looking once it's done. I will probably bob in every now and again and show you where I'm up to and how it's going. Now, on my old 10.3, no sorry, my 10.2, my Jeep, I had this big RC 4-wheel drive Jeep bumper. But since I turned my Jeep into a shitbox just to bash and go anywhere, I didn't really need my winch. It's just something to have fun with. So I took a lot of the seriousness off the truck and stripped it back to something a bit more basic and a bit more fun. Now on the 10.3 and the normal Jeep and the Gladiator, the front cross member now, where it leads up to the chassis rails, actually comes on an upright position. So I'm not sure if this will work or whether we might be able to get some brackets which are currently designed for the front of the 10.3. But either way, my wife said she wanted that bumper on the front of that Jeep. Now that is a big heavy lump. It's sat around doing nothing, and it'd be a shame for it to just keep sitting around doing nothing. So there's a couple of winch controllers there as well. Then we can do it off the radio, or she can do it via the fob if she really wanted to. That's just a switch for that hefty light bar. They do drain your LiPo power, like up to 40% I'd say. So you don't need them constantly running. So a switch for the lights, especially the light bar. I don't know what this is. Just flashes blue. Again, it's lights. It's my wife. It's crazy. And because she loves animals and rabbits, I acquired a hay bale to go in the back there for her. So she's going to be super chuffed with that. And then it'll be all ready for some more outings. Also coming soon, Reaper chilies. The Carolina Reaper, the world's hottest chilies. I'm scared of watching the videos of these. Don't want to watch the videos. Everyone's told me how bad they are, but I still think it'll be funny. So stay tuned for that video if you like torture and stuff. So the dude has took off the cowboy hat. So there's a little driver dude. Hat's on. All in a purple there. So I got one of the diff covers removed, the plastic ones. And they were weighing in at just over 4.5 grams. Now replace these with the brass ones. 39 in total, but a 35 gram difference. So that'll be the same up front. So while it's currently in bits, I've just got the diff covers in etch prime. Just going to do them the same colour as the cap. Just break it up a bit. But got some spare 8mm Samix brass hubs here. So I thought I'd replace those from the stock 5mm Axial aluminium ones. But again, we've gained a nice significant amount of weight in each corner. So the stock one's there at 1.5 grams. And then the Samix coming in at just a little over 7 grams. So that's an extra 5.5 grams per corner. So there's the diff covers. Just a touch purple on them again, just to break it up. So while the diff covers are just curing and stuff, just added a little bit of extra grease inside the gears in the diffs. And we've also got these like little diff guard things, and they just bolt up as you bolt up the diff. And for the centre skid, And all we're going to do for that is remove those 2 bolts from in there, and some longer ones come provided, and literally just re-bolt that over the top. And yes, we have had a wheel swap, but I'll explain that in a little while. So I've got the purple light and a few more little like personal things in there. Big Mac, fries, and a bottle of Coke. So yeah, just been through drive-through. So as you can see now, there's 3 SCX 10.3s on the table. The 2 Gladiators and the regular Rubicon. Now after doing quite a bit of scouring on Google and looking at images of Gladiator with my wife, we come across this beast possessed with a demon engine. And it's pretty plain, simple looking, as you can see. No rack on the back, but it has the red rims. And it looks nice. My Gladiator now has the Prolines with the RC 4-wheel drive rims. We removed the high rack tyres from the red rims, which was originally on the red Gladiator, and we've now mounted them to the standard tyres on my wife's Gladiator. So we'll use the high racks and probably put them onto the little Range Rover down there. My turbo Jeep, you might notice this is missing a front bumper. We had hell with the bumpers. As I thought, this RC 4-wheel drive stubby bumper that we had out earlier with a twin motor winch, because of the design and stuff like that, and the uprightness, I think I have a cross member somewhere. Yeah, I'll try and show you this. So basically, because of the standard 10.3 one, it rises up on an angle, as you can see. Now on the 10.2 chassis, the 10.1 chassis, and other chassis, the rails come straight out, so they would slot down nice and comfortable. So we can't tuck that up enough to the front of the Jeep to make that fit. We've took this aggressive looking bumper, again with a dual motor winch in red, and we've removed that from my 10.3 and put it onto her Gladiator. Now upon trying to find a bumper suitable, because that didn't work, we tried other options. I ended up taking my 10.1 and stripping this bad boy down for the bumper. Ended up removing all the Axial light kit and the spotlights out of it. Tried that up on the front of the Gladiator, and she was suited with that for the fact that she could have 4 extra lights. She liked the one off this one better. So this has just been built, unbuilt, built, unbuilt. I've had to literally take a little bit from each to try. So it's the joys of rebuilding everything else back up now. All got confusing, this one. I've got the jobs that I wanted to do, bar a couple which I've missed because we've been faffing about that much. Like I say, she opted against the wheels, so I now wear them on the Gladiator, and I think they actually look awesome, to be honest with you, in comparison to the little red ones, which I thought looked good at first. But when you look at them seated on this, that is, yeah. This one has plastic Proline rims with some light wheel weighting, and the Proline, I've got the flat iron XLs 1.9s on that. That's my Turtle Jeep. It's still got a bit of electrical stuff to do, but I've airbrushed all Ninja Turtle stuff onto it and everything. Painted it all. Really gone to town on this. I will do a video on it at some point, but yeah, I've done all the engine bay, everything. Just a bit mess of wires, but that was just something I built up through lockdown, just something to tie me over. And to be honest with you, I've never used it. I kind of like built it and just popped it to the rest. So we'll have a look now at the wife's Gladiator, show you what I've done with that, and then in another video, if you like, we can do a comparison, like side by side, like his and hers. But yeah, 2 Gladiators, but they are completely different. As I said, I'll do a comparison video like between the two and give you all a better look at the pair of them. So the wife's Gladiator, starting underneath, which is, we've now seen the wheels, the Nitto trail grapplers. She thought the high racks looked just too small once they were on there. I mean, on this it looked alright in its early days, but on this they did look a little bit lost, and she did want to beef that up a bit. And the trail grapplers are a pretty big chunky tyre. That worked out. At least somewhat worked out. Tell you, think shopping's bad, do not build RCs with your missus. So here you can see we've got the skid and diff protectors on there, and we also have a guard up the front here, just sat under the bumper. We've got the brass diff covers front and rear, and then painted purple just to break them up, as you noticed earlier. We have my aggressive Jeep bumper off my Turtle Jeep and winch, so I now have to source something else. But in all honesty, I will be honest with you, I wasn't particularly fond of that bumper on my Turtle Jeep. I don't know, it just didn't look right. I want it to look colourful and fun and themed on the turtles, and that just looked a little bit too aggressive. Whereas this would look good like on a Batman themed thing. But yeah, well suited up on there. We got the light bar installed. Man, these things are killer bright. They will blind you if you look directly into them. They are ruthless. And inside there she has a Coke and a McDonald's and a purple hat. Yeah, I'd forgot to do the rear window mesh, but we got the rest of the accessories in there. So she's got a hay bale, 3 of the rabbits, little fuel can over there, a hoe and a shovel to shovel the hay, and a fire extinguisher, which I will be replacing that because I have a red one in my Turtle Jeep and I would rather it green, so we'll do a swap on that. Oh yeah, and a couple of tow ropes. And we've got an aerial on there. So, not much, not overdone like this thing. We are going to keep it pretty simple like this. It's, don't know, I like it simple. Don't get me wrong, I like that, but I love this. It just looks monstrous. So we will do a comparison between the two one day and have a proper more close-up look. But yeah, that's the wife's Gladiator. Very nice. Loads of stuff I've got for this SMT 10 here as well. So I'll be doing that shortly. And like I say, I'll come back and we'll do a comparison between his and hers. And don't forget the chili challenge. Oh yeah, thanks for watching guys. And I shall catch you in the next one. Ciao for now. Baby, so which one do you like best?
The light grey one.
Not the friggin' rabbits. The red one or the black one? So do you like it lots more than the red one?
Yeah.
So you still don't want to swap?